What's up, Woof Gang? There is something that is very interesting circulating around right now on the internet. We were just given the first promo art for Avengers 4 leaked online just barely a day ago, but it appears that there may be some leaked concept art for Avengers 4 that is leaked as well. Before we dive into the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on Avengers 4. So this new concept art is of Vision. Also, a quick spoiler alert if you have not seen Avengers Infinity War yet. So, a couple of things here. First off, there's two photos. Both are of Vision, as you can see, but one is just him in the single photo, and then the other one is 3 different pictures in one. So let's talk about the first picture for a second, because it seems like this is the same picture that they used for the promo art for Vision in Avengers Age of Ultron. There is one main difference though, and that is his eyes. In the promo art for Age of Ultron, he has normal eyes, but in this photo, his eyes are whited out. Now, for those of you saying, well, that doesn't really matter, in this whole photo, all of him is whited out, I'll get to that in a second because it plays a major importance of what these photos could show us. Let's talk about that second photo first. This photo appears to be brand new. The visions you see in this photo have never been used before, at least not to my knowledge. And what I focus on in this picture on the left side is the gem inside his head. You can see that there's a lot of roughness to the right side of his forehead on there. There's some lines that could be cuts, and it's really on kind of the upper right side of his head. And what I'm thinking is that if they bring him back to life in Avengers 4, this is just scar tissue, this is just damage. Which brings us to the main point of what these photos are really telling us. It appears that Vision is going to be brought back in Avengers 4 as the West Coast Avengers version of him. So in the comics, Vision dies, but then he's later brought back to life, and in the West Coast Avengers storyline, he is portrayed as this white, ghostly looking character that you can see here. So these concept photos look an awful lot like Vision does in the West Coast Avengers. Now, Vision also looked like this in the Infinity Gauntlet series when the Avengers took on Thanos. Now, they obviously didn't go with this all-white version of Vision in the MCU, and here's why I personally think they didn't. I think they were waiting for this particular moment at the end of Avengers Infinity War so they could bring him back in this all-white form. If you notice that when Thanos ripped the Mind Stone out of his head and Vision died, he went limbless, of course, but the color went away. And Shuri did a lot of work on Vision. We're not too sure on what all she did to get the Mind Stone out of his head to separate him from the Mind Stone, but it seemed like she got pretty far. And I bet you that in Avengers 4, they figure out a way to bring him back to life. And when they do, I don't think the color will come back to him. I think that the Mind Stone perhaps gave him his color. And then we'll get this all-white version of Vision that we've seen in the comics. If you compare these two photos, you can clearly see that these are super similar to each other. Again, this version of Vision in the comics is this white, ghostly version of him, which is clearly what they're going for in these concept art photos. Even with the white eyes, as you can see here in the comics, his eyes are white. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of shade under here, that's the black, but if you look at the pupil, it's white. And if you notice the background of these photos, it really looks like Wakanda. So that would fall right into place with Shuri being able to revive Vision. So if these are legitimate concept art photos for Avengers 4, it appears that they are going to bring back Vision in his all-white form for Avengers 4. And I think that it was pretty set up with the way that Shuri was working on him for them to bring back Vision in Avengers 4 anyways. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this is setting up the revival of Vision in Avengers 4? Or do you think that this doesn't really mean anything and they're probably fake and Vision is dead for good until the Avengers somehow figure out a way to reverse everything that Thanos did? Let's discuss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on Avengers 4. Thank you so much for watching. Woof woof.